Hold on.
Hold on a second. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Sonia, are you going to want to talk about him, or do you want?
Yes, we want to start it right now.
He's asking for
Okay, I'm saying if you want to
Send you the picture of it.
talk to him or I can, it's up to you.
Yeah, no, thank you
Oh, yeah,
very
yeah,
much,
yeah.
Lisa.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you everyone for coming today. We appreciate it, the people who are punctual, so we're going to start. Thank you, Travis, to accept our invitation. And I would like to talk a little bit about who you are, so everybody knows with who we have here with us. So let me just talk about his bio. So Travis Thom is a founder of Elevate Real Estate Marketing and Walled Garden QA.com, recognized as one of the leading real estate Facebook marketers in the world. Travis started his real estate career at the age of 19 after attending the Academy of Art Institute in San Francisco for advertising and become the youngest qualifying broker and brokerage owner in the state of New Mexico, where he currently lives, from building psychographic campaigns, buyer personas, and building a deep understanding of online consumer psychology. Travis helped his brokerage Venture Realty Group design larger than life marketing campaigns that generate demand and sparkling desire. At the highest of his real estate career, he employed 114 agents on his team and personally held 271 listings. That year, he became a Realtor Magazine 30 Under 30 top finalist. 15 years later, he decided to take his skill set to an international level and made the decision to use his marketing skills in a new way by creating something that every agent could enjoy and profit from: elevated real estate marketing. Through coaching and agency services, Travis has quickly gained national recognition as one of the leading experts for Facebook marketing and real estate. With over 4 million leads generated and over $500 million in sales created for his clients, his clients are in the top 5 in the nation, with record-breaking sales for top-performing teams, brokerage, and mortgage companies. He speaks several times a year at a national conference about lead generation strategies and currently sits on the advisory board of the consultant for Facebook at Facebook headquarters. Travis is the founder of the most recognized Facebook marketing agency in the real estate industry. He helped brokerage and agents effectively launch Facebook campaigns to increase exposure and acquire leads. His reputation continues to grow from his company's ability to deliver outstanding ROIs versus other online channels. So welcome to Travis. It's an honor for us to have you here. Just take over, Travis. Thank you.
Sonia, thank you so much, and thank you everyone for being here. Thank you, Lisa, as well. As you just heard, so I'm a digital marketing strategist for the real estate industry, a Facebook marketing partner, and sit on the advisory board at Facebook headquarters. I've had the pleasure to work with thousands of different real estate companies and agents throughout the world. And through that, we get to have an enormous amount of data. And that data has been able to show us what works and what doesn't work inside of Facebook ad campaigns, and also TikTok. We're going to move in talking to TikTok a little bit here as well. So with that, I'm going to give you a little bit more of a crash course in advanced Facebook advertising, what we're seeing, what's working, and some of the changes that have been taking place recently. So we know that Facebook advertising landscape is changing. It's a constant moving sand, right? It changes all the time, but there's some things that are really important that you should know that we'll dive into. The market is shifting, and so with our clients, we're shifting some of their campaigns as well. I'll show you some examples and walk you through what that looks like. And then TikTok is taking over. It's not something that's going to take over every social media platform, but it's something you should definitely have your clients take a look at, and even possibly you as well. So I'm going to talk about the ad creative and how that's changed as well. So Facebook ad creative has made a big shift. Now, one of the things that you're going to see here is if you're like me, about 90% of us, we're going to read this exactly how it's laid out, right? You're going to read this first, which is the main image. Your eyes are going to float down and read some of that text, and your eyes are going to float back up to the top and read that ad copy on the top. Well, this is how we digest ads, right? This is how our mind actually reads Facebook ads and Instagram and any other ads, is our eyes typically look at the ad creative first. So if we look at these images here, we're looking at the actual text overlay on the image. We're typically reading that first. Eyes gravitate towards the image. We try to understand, is that a home? Is that an exterior image that relates to real estate? So very quickly, our eyes are trying to qualify if this is for me. Now, why is this important? This is important because people navigate 2.5 times faster through the mobile news feed than the desktop. And that's where a majority of all of the traffic is. So people are swiping essentially really fast, right? They're making moves and they're moving forward to identify, is this relevant to me or not? There's a study called Consumer Acquisitions, and they found out that the ad image is responsible for up to 90% of a campaign's performance. So if the eyeballs are all in the image, right, we need to summarize what the ad is offering on the actual ad creative, which is the image itself, tell them what to do, which is some sort of call to action, right? Click here to see the homes, tap here to download the guide, create a thumb stopper, essentially. Now with that, you can see that these images here, these animated graphs, this is from my creative team that has designed these. These are actual ads that have each generated well over 10,000 leads in the campaigns that they have ran. They generate 20 to 30% higher click-through rate with animated ads, ads that are fast and they catch your attention. And these are what we call thumb stoppers. Now with these, this type of ad creative, it does capture your attention and draw you in, but it also summarizes what the ad is offering, right? Realize attractive homes, download the list today, see how the market is impacting your home's value, right? So it's talking about a home valuation. One on the far left is talking about basically kind of a foreclosure type of investor ad. Each one of these is moving really quick and they compete really well. Now, why is a higher click-through rate really important? Well, when people click on these ads, it signals to Facebook, to the Facebook algorithm, right? The Facebook ad auction. Everyone goes through an auction when they run an ad, and there's billions of decisions that are being made in these auctions and hundreds of thousands of ads that are being processed essentially every second as these ads are starting to run. What it's doing is trying to determine which ads should we show to which people. And it's based on what's called the BEAR algorithm. BEAR stands for bidding, expected action, and relevancy. So it's looking at one, how much you're bidding, right? How much you're spending in the ad auction. Two, the expected action, which is, are people going to click on this ad and move forward to the next stage? Is it a Facebook lead ad form? Are they going to a landing page? They're looking for that expected action, which is, are people clicking on it? The click-through rate to get them to move forward. If it has a higher click-through rate, you start to win the ad auction and your ads will perform better because Facebook will say, we need to serve this out to more people and to specific audiences. And so it gets a little bit more of a boost, essentially, right? Higher click-through rate, higher performance, which means lower cost per lead and a lot more leads. Now, creating a hook, right? Each one of these has kind of its own hook. The ad creative on here, realize your dreams, affordable, attractive homes, download list, right? Or see how the market has impacted your home's value. Each one of those is a hook combined within the ad creative, which is the visuals being shown. Facebook and TikTok, they serve these ads out to people that are then going to behave similar, right, to them. So it's finding out more and more people. So it starts out with kind of a first initial push of about 500 to 700 people that are going to first see this ad when it first starts running. And then Facebook and TikTok, they both look at this and they say, okay, who's engaging with these ads the longest? Who's clicking on them? And then it creates a bigger audience based on those behavioral actions of the audience and starts serving it out to more of those individuals. That's why it's really important that your ad creative must speak directly to the prospect, right? It needs to be clear and concise. So if it's for joining the team as agent recruitment, or if it's looking for people that are going to downsize, or if it's someone that is looking to buy or sell in Houston, we have to really use visuals and text overlaying on the graphic to really be able to spell out what it is so that we identify the right prospects early on. Essentially, your hook and your ad creative equals the new targeting, right? And the new targeting is based on a couple different things. One, 2 different ad sets and a campaign structure. And this might look intimidating if you've never ran a Facebook ad campaign, or if you have, you may have not seen it mapped out in this type of format. But up top here, you have the Facebook campaign. Underneath that, you have what's called CBO, campaign budget optimization, which sounds confusing, but it's actually just a little button that you click. And what that does is that says the budget will be assigned to either ad set number 1 on the left or ad set number 2 on the right, based on the performance of the actual ads in those ad sets. So if more people are engaging with ad set number 2 and it's having higher click-through rate, more click, targeting versus interest targeting. This is a question you might get asked that you talk to, which is, who should I target? Well, ad set number 1 is open targeting, right? We're not
Sorry, we're losing the connection.
Yeah, we lost his connection there for a minute.
He's frozen.
Okay, I think he left, so he needs to go back. Okay, here you are. Travis, we lost
Did I lose
you.
you guys for a second?
We lost you, yes, go ahead.
Sorry about that. Yeah. Zoom has been kind of hectic with me lately. Let's see. So essentially, when you're creating campaigns like this, it's important to have 2 different ad sets and then have multiple different ads that we're testing out, right? So that's an important thing to kind of take a look at if you're creating a campaign or an agent is creating a campaign. Don't always rely on just one ad set with one audience. You want to be testing 2 audiences at a bare minimum, right, to get some sort of production there. Now, video, right? We all know video is making a huge impact, and 73% of homeowners say they're more likely to list with an agent who leverages video, right? And that's really the world, which is a mobile first world. I mean, everyone is typically using their phones first. How people engage on video and how to format your videos correctly.
Hey, let's get on this call, yeah?
Oh, are you guys still with me there?
Lose you a little bit, so yeah, now you can
Okay.
be back.
Perfect. Sorry about that. So we know video is exploding on mobile, right? Over 75% worldwide is where people are actually digesting and viewing this is on their mobile phones. Continues to grow. And the human brain needs less than half a second, right, to engage with an actual ad. This is part of that 1 second test. The 1 second test essentially is, can your ad creative survive the attention of today's consumer? So it has to be fast moving, it has to be quick, and it has to really pull them in as much as possible. So how do we do that, right? We've got multiple touch points that we need to hit here. It's frequent, it's typically sound off, and it's fast, right? So how do we design for all 3 of those? Well, first, let's back up a little bit and talk about the traditional TV storytelling. So the majority of us on this call typically grew up watching TV where we had long commercials we couldn't skip through. And so the TV format, the storytelling format, was in 30 seconds, the main message would be typically towards the end of the commercial, right? So we would have to wait through this kind of build up and then finally get to the main product or whatever it was. Well, the behavior today has actually shifted to where the story climax needs to happen in the first 3 seconds. And then the main message, right, is typically from old TV is back at the 30 seconds. So it's kind of flipped a little bit there. So right now, the attention on mobile should be rewarded early, right? We need to give people a reason to pay attention and stay to watch the rest of the video. So those first 3 seconds have to be very impactful, right? We have to deliver the hero of the story, typically have some sort of hook, tell them what they're going to learn and what this video is about. Otherwise, the drop off is pretty quick, right? So how do we do that? We need design to capture their attention early on. We need a frame for vertical format. That's really critical, right? Vertical format being that it's, basically designed for your phone, and design for sound off, but delight with sound on, and play around with different types of formats and styles of the video. So I'm going to walk you through two different videos here. One is original TV commercial. And this is going to show you that, old advertisers would take TV commercials and try and run them as Facebook ads, but they failed. They kept failing. And so take a look at this video and you'll kind of see why. And Sonia, can you hear the sound okay on your side?
Yes. No, I cannot hear right now, maybe.
There we go. So you can see right away the first 3 seconds of that, it was slow build up, right? This first 7 seconds started to kind of make some moves, but most of us, a good percentage of us, would already swipe up, right, and move forward. So that's one of those situations that you can't run those longer build up kind of ads on Facebook, right? Or Instagram or TikTok for that matter. And then here's the same commercial, but optimized for mobile for Facebook. And you'll see some of the differences. They introduce the hero of the story very quickly. They have text overlay. The video is fast moving, quicker edits, and it really starts to play around with different styles. So very quickly, right, which one is the winner, right? The mobile optimized one, right? That's designed for today's attention span and really pulling people in. And even though this is not real estate related, you can quickly see how if someone's doing a market report, if they're starting off with a video saying, hey, thank you so much for joining me today on this video. We're going to go over the market. Things have been a bit crazy. They kind of stumble on, they move on. People are moving by, right? They're not going to watch that kind of video. But if you have a video that says, here's 3 things you should know about today's market that will affect your home's value, and then they dive into what they're talking about, that's a hook that captures people, and it's going to engage them a lot more, and they're going to stay with the video and typically watch. And if you can surmise that and have some ad creative and condense it down into maybe 30 to 60 seconds, that's definitely a lot better. Now for this one, right, we've kind of got the same kind of one.
Smirnoff has some really big news, which is why they've asked an American treasure to announce it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Fisher. Smirnoff vodka is now made with non.
All right, so that was the traditional horizontal format, and this one is designed more for the Facebook newsfeed.
Smirnoff has some really big news, which is why they've asked an American treasure to announce it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Fisher. Smirnoff.
So you can see text overlay, vertical format, and then they have top and bottom kind of shots to give a little bit more depth and play around with the style.
Smirnoff has some really big news, which is why they've asked an American treasure to announce it.
Hi, I'm Jenna Fisher.
And you can see same thing, vertical format, full screen takeover, a little bit better in terms of engagement. So if you're creating any kind of video, you should have a creative checklist, and that should be one to capture attention early on, right? So you're going to start with captivating elements, incorporate text overlay, have things that are essentially going to grab their attention. If you make sure it's something that's going to be engaging and that's going to be something that will capture their attention, colors that are contrasting to the Facebook newsfeed, something that might be bright and pull them in or tell them what's going to happen. Length of the video, right? Ideally, we're going to be looking at anywhere from 15 to 60 seconds. The first 3 seconds got to deliver a main message up front, right? Some sort of hook. Designing for sound off, that's going to be captions, right? Adding captions and a little bit more visual storytelling with that as well, vertical format, and play around with different styles. All right, so what's working right now with Facebook advertising? Let's dive into it. We've got the perfect Facebook ad campaign. This is a campaign that we've done for a lot of different clients. And the reason why this campaign works really well is because it really hits 3 big touch points. 1, lead generation, right? We all know that to be true, but lead generation is a crucial thing to get a new pipeline of people coming in. And then retargeting your sphere of influence, right? That's retargeting any kind of social engagement, meaning people that have engaged with your Instagram, Facebook, they've looked at your videos, they have maybe commented on a post, or they've swiped on an ad, or they watched a video, and then all of your past leads from the beginning of time that you have generated, right? It's important to have that. And your SOI, right? Friends, family, past clients, making sure that you keep in front of this. The retargeting portion is really critical for sphere of influence because National Association of Realtors, right, they say 64% of most agents' business comes from their sphere of influence. And a lot of people neglect that sphere of influence, right? We've all heard the stories of an agent at a barbecue or a birthday party where someone walks up and they say, hey, I just bought a new home and it wasn't with you. And so, of course, that's disappointing. And you try and figure out, well, maybe they forgot that I'm in real estate or they don't know. So how do we make sure we keep in front of those individuals? Then brand awareness. Brand awareness, making sure that you're a celebrity in today's market and really pushing your brand out there, the videos of you out into the local community. And all of these are different types of ads, right? A little bit separate. This is what it looks like from more of a 30,000 foot view, a blueprint of a campaign looking down. It's a little bit more condensed, but it's showing you essentially what that would look like. So for lead generation, we would offer a list of homes starting at $699,000 and up. And that would be a Facebook ad, and then that would also be an Instagram lead generation ad. Those two are looking at ads, offering a list of homes. They click on that, they become a lead. That lead is sent to your CRM, and then the lead is also sent to the property search site to see the homes. Immediately within the first 5 minutes, text messages need to start going out. We need to engage that person when it's hyper relevant. And why is that important? Well, speed to lead is critical because a lot of the time we'll hear stories from agents that are following up with leads 24 hours or 3 days or a week later, and they say that those leads will often say, no, I didn't fill out any form on Facebook, I didn't click on any ad, I didn't request any information, I'm not interested in buying a home, that wasn't me, someone else, mistaken identity. Well, the average person sees 5,000 ads a day, online and offline. So at the end of a day or 24 hours later or a couple of days later, it's really difficult for us to ask a prospect to do a deep memory recall of what ads they engaged with and what they saw. So it's hyper relevant when they're actually on Facebook, they click on an ad, they become a lead, and now they're on the property search website and they get a text message as they're scrolling through and looking at homes, right? Or as soon as they jump off the site, maybe they get a text message from you. The text message is there to break the ice and engage them, but also to provide more value. And today I'm not going to get too deep into scripts, but scripts are important, right? Having right types of text messages to send out. So beyond that, we are then going to retarget them, right? We know that person's decision cycle is much longer than just a couple of days or a couple of weeks. It's typically about anywhere from 90 days to 8 months out, right? That decision cycle is a much longer cycle. So we need to nurture these prospects. We need to retarget them and build up that brand awareness and build up familiarity. Familiarity builds trust. So we're going to retarget them with a combination of videos, different ads that are talking about educational videos that might help them understand the market, carousel ads, new listing alerts, different types of ads that are going to get them to engage with you and come back to your website or get more familiar with who you are and your brand. So when you're following up via text and email and phone, it is more of a familiar type of approach. There's a warmer engagement there, right? So that's one part of that. Next, up to the top right here is brand awareness to the local market. You also want to run brand awareness ads, which are videos typically talking about either market updates, talking about top 3 things buyers should know in today's market and the market shift, or 5 mistakes that sellers are making in 2023 and how not to make them. Different educational videos that provide value that people are going to watch. Now, when they watch those, you're going to then retarget them with the same ads that you have for the lead generation ones down here. Then we've got brand awareness to your sphere of influence. That brand awareness is going to be basically brand awareness ads to your sphere of influence. So that's going to be all of your database, right? Friends, family, past clients, right? All of your past leads. You're going to take those same ads and run those to the brand awareness videos to those, so that those friends and family, you build up a referral base from those individuals, right? That's really, really important. All right, so a list of ads, what does it typically look like, right? A lead generation ad. Well, this is one that kind of walks you through the 3 different stages of that. The first, you click on an ad offering a list of homes. Second, the ad flips around and we have a Facebook lead ad form. People are going to fill out from there. The Facebook lead ad form is quick, it's fast, and it pre-populates their name, email, and phone number from their social profile. But we also ask 2 qualifying questions, which are really important, right? When do you plan on buying a home? And do you currently own a home? Yes or no. If they say yes, they are a seller lead. And I'll dive into that in a little bit here, but more about seller leads and how we're generating those. But when they go through, you're going to send them automatically to a property search website. So you can send them directly to that and they can engage with that and start to look at the homes that you promised. Facebook lead generation, it's getting smarter, right? Facebook lead ad forms are also getting smarter. And this is part of a Facebook lead generation campaign setup. You're going to go through and choose the optimization and delivery. And the optimization is saying, how do we want to optimize this campaign? We can generate leads, or we can go for conversion leads. Now, this is a new thing, and we've been testing it out. We've been running these kind of ads all over the country. Conversion leads are getting better, higher quality leads. So what's the difference? Well, leads basically saying, hey, we're going to serve this out to people that are interested in real estate, that are more than likely probably going to buy or sell at some point. If we choose conversion leads, it's going to focus on individuals that have a lot more data attached to them that has indicated that they're probably going to be looking to buy or sell a home in the shorter time frame, right? Higher quality prospects that are taking more action. So we're probably going to get a smaller amount of leads at a little bit of a higher cost, but higher quality leads. So if you're building any kind of ads, look for the optimization, check conversion leads, and you're going to get that. Lead ad forms are also getting smarter with the opportunity to create instant forms and automated chat. Typically on a Facebook lead ad form, it's either an instant form where people click on it, or it's a automated chat or a call, click to call ads, or what they have now, which is instant forms and automated chat. What this does is if you select this right here, it'll start to serve the Facebook lead ad form out to people that are more than likely to either engage with instant forms or automated chat based on their behavioral actions that they've taken in the past. So if someone likes a chat on Facebook Messenger a lot more, it's going to then show the Facebook ad to them. And when they click on it, it's going to send them into Messenger. And it's going to turn your Messenger, your Facebook Business Messenger, into an actual chat bot for you. And it'll extract the same information. But the beauty with this is that, let's say that you engage with a prospect and they choose and they go through automated chat. You'll be able to connect with them through your phone and have chat right away, right? Facebook Messenger is basically the new text, right? The new opportunity, but it's connected to their social profile. So then you also get to see who they are, right? In the social profile, and maybe friend request them, actually comment on some of their posts and engage a little bit deeper and solidify that connection via social through Messenger. Instant forms, you still get their information, but there might be the chance that they may not provide an updated phone number, updated email, and so there might be some data missing there. But this serves it to people in an opportunity in a way to get in front of a lot of those people based on whether they like to engage with forms or automated chat. So what types of list of home ads do we actually work, right? There's a tremendous amount of different variations. We have homes under X amount, right? So sealed home is priced under 500,000, right? We know the days on market are longer. Open houses are starting to kick up more. Check out the list of open houses coming up this weekend. New construction. Oh, so we've got new construction ads, right? See all the new construction homes that have just in the market, first time buyer programs, right? We got a whole list of these that work really well. So if you have a specific agent that you work with and they're working on homes with pools, or maybe they have veterans and military, or they work with people that are downsizing, I would have them test out these types of styles here. So then the retargeting component, right? This is the nurture and influence campaign. We want to retarget with content, and we want to email them at the same time, right? And put them in a sequence. So this is really important because, again, that decision cycle of those individuals, they have engaged with your Facebook ad, right? They became a lead. They're looking at your property search website, but they're probably looking at statistically about 8 to 12 other websites. Some of your local competitors, they're also looking at realtor.com and Zillow. They're a little all over the place, and they're going through this consumer journey, trying to figure out who to use. So really it's all about who can out retarget the competition. If you out retarget them and you email and text and follow up with them, you're taking them through this indoctrination process, right? We're trying to persuade and influence them by them seeing all of this different content. So each one of these ads kind of hits on a way to nurture them and stay in front of them in different ways. And this is from Facebook Business, a quote from them: that campaigns that tell a brand story before asking people to buy something are significantly more effective than ones that focus immediately on encouraging people to take an action. This is critical, right? So the brand story is you telling your brand story in a couple of different ways. And this is what we call the BURST acronym, right? The BURST methodology. This is an acronym that we created when we were running a lot of different ad campaigns with retargeting, that we would see which ads work the best when retargeting. So BURST stands for brand story or brand introduction, untapped opportunity, reciprocity, social proof, and trust. So brand story, brand introduction. That could be why you got into this business, or how long you've lived in this community, and why you love real estate. So for one of my clients, they had an awful experience buying their first home. And it was a really bad experience, a really bad real estate agent. And that motivated them it was really stressful for them. So they motivated them to create their own real estate business and provide really high value customer service, right? And really focus on that. And so that was part of their brand story, is they put on a video about why they got into this business, how it actually happened. And they went through this transaction. It was really stressful, and they wanted to provide better service to the public, right? So there's different ways to do it. Everyone's brand story and brand introduction is a bit different. Untapped opportunity, that is typically going to be something that's more property centric. That's a carousel ad. That's some ads that may say, see all the homes that have just hit the market in the last 7 days. And you want to use something that's more property centric because you want to then remind them that you are in real estate, you offer properties. That's what their original interest and touch point was. They click on that and it brings them back to the property search website and they engage. Reciprocity, building value, right? That's giving people more value, either video or some sort of giveaway, that builds likability and trust by becoming the educator, essentially, becoming the authority figure by teaching them how the market is doing. What does the market shift look like? Here's what we're currently seeing. These are the trends, right? Interviewing you as a mortgage professional, saying this is what to look for, right? It kind of demystifying some of the things that people think about getting mortgage. Do you really need 20% down? So all of those things are videos and content that can be created and retarget those leads with that content to build that reciprocity and trust. From there, it's social proof. Social proof is either testimonials, it could be text, Zillow testimonials, could be videos, it could be a case study, it could be the actual number of transactions, it could be how long your company has existed, it could be all sorts of things that basically show proof that people engage and use you in a way. And then trust, right? It all boils down to trust, and that essentially gains people's ability to work with you because they're a little bit more of a warmer engagement if they go through this process when they connect with you via text or email. So with that kind of nurture and influence campaign, right? Retargeting our sphere of influence, retargeting leads, retargeting anyone that's watched our videos, it's really becoming top of mind, building that long-term brand awareness, right? Controlling the narrative that you want them to perceive you as, standing out from the competition, and essentially warming up those individuals so when they get that text or email or phone call, we can convert that client. This is one of my clients. This is Sanit Aguala. He is the #1 team in California and with the most homes sold. This is part of his nurture and influence campaign that we're running. We're retargeting all of his social engagement and web traffic. So anyone that's engaged with his Facebook, with his Instagram, anyone that's watched any of his videos, maybe even 20% of his videos, people that have gone to his website, people that have sent him a DM through Instagram, we retarget all of them plus his database, which is a pretty large database. So we're retargeting, we're starting off with some social proof here, right? So we've got a testimonial, we've got #1 team in California for most homes sold. We've got, another one that really kind of says about sell now, targeting sellers. And then this is retargeting his database and follow boss, right? So these specific ads are just going after people in his CRM, this follow boss CRM, that have been specifically tagged as a new lead and attempted call. So as his agents are working and new leads are coming in, we build a custom audience that is triggered that actually takes any of the new leads from his CRM and send them into a custom audience that immediately sends out these ads, right? So these are ads that start following these folks around. Now this same thing, retargeting the follow-up boss, new and attempted. This one is focusing on market shift. So you notice the language in here, which is the market is shifting, we've got your back, right? Telling them that we're #1 team in the area, worried, that the market is shifting, what it means for you, that's where we come in. So this is really focusing on positioning during this market shift and telling them, hey, social proof, we're #1 and we're here for you, right? We're here to back you up. So these are just, these are a handful of ads out of actually almost 30 different ads that we're running for him that are doing a lot of this retargeting. 32% of buyers are sellers, right? We got to fish upstream to beat the competition. A lot of people are trying to go after sellers too directly in a way where it's really expensive and you don't get many leads from it. One of the programs that that I own and we operate is Walled Garden. Walled Garden actually gives you Facebook ads to promote your listings. And it automatically creates Facebook ads in less than 30 seconds for you. It does all the ad copy, does the targeting. You just jump in there and say, oh, when I market this property, hit click and it starts to run an ad for you. The question is the Facebook lead ad form, when you're marketing these properties, it's a generation form, but it asks, do you currently own a home? And it's one, right? And 62% of leads are low cost. And seller lead generation looks a little different, right? In a couple different categories. We used to think that home valuation campaigns would get a lot of leads. And what we've seen over the past 7 years of doing this and spending millions in Facebook ad spend is that home valuation ads don't really work. And I know that you guys have probably heard that before to some degree, but there's a way that they can work. And so why do we actually run them? Well, when we do run seller lead generation campaigns using home valuation, we see a high click-through rate. We see a high amount of people going to the landing page, but a very, very small amount of people actually entering in their information. Well, that could be for a number of different reasons, but we want to capitalize on the fact that they're actually clicking on the ads and going to the website. So what our main focus is not to get home valuation leads, but to build a custom audience of people that have engaged and clicked on the ad and gone to the landing page, so we can then retarget them with a seller guide. And the seller guide is the one that actually then generates the leads. So anyone that sees this ad, they click on it, they go there, they're then going to see a seller guide that's asking them if they, want to get a guide that would take out the process and the stress of selling a home and the 7 simple steps, right, essentially of how to do it. Seller guides are working really well right now because the market is shifting. People are a little kind of confused about what's going on. There's some turmoil. There's blood in the streets. People want to know, what do I need to do as a seller to actually sell my home and still be able to ride this wave? So here's an example of one that we use. This is a retargeting ad that's retargeting people who have engaged with that home valuation. Now, from that, the results on this one, we were able to set 2 listing appointments, or our clients were able to set 2 listing appointments, and 2 homes sold and closed in the first 60 days. You can see here, a lot of these, when they plan, 3 to 6 months, as soon as possible, 3 to 6 months, 1 to 3 months. So that was a pretty successful campaign, right, to be able to get a strong ROI from that. All right, TikTok. And I want to do a quick poll here. How many of you are on TikTok? You can go ahead and put it in the chat and say yes if you don't want to unmute yourself there.
The queen is over there with us, Ruth.
Oh, nice. Hey, Ruth.
She has 10,000 followers already.
Oh, that's amazing. That's great. Perfect. All right, Ruth, Teresa, Philip. All right, perfect. Okay, so TikTok. This is important, right? We don't want to miss out on this. This is, there's a lot of things going on with TikTok, right? They hit 1 billion active users really, really fast, faster than any other type of app in history. And they're adding 650,000 new users every single day, right? And it overtook Google late last year. So as we can see here, TikTok reached 1 billion users in 4 years, where it took Instagram 8 years, right? So it's moving really, really fast. And it's not just about Gen Z, right? It's not just dance videos for kids. It's a fast moving demographic that's aging up. And so right now what we're seeing is there's about 26%, right? 40 million or over 40 million of the TikTok users in the United States are above the age of 35, right? That is our target demographic for buying and selling a home, right? 35 and up. That's pretty huge. 40 million people is a lot of people to go after. Over 40% of the users make over 100,000 a year on TikTok, right? So if we're looking at this and we're saying, okay, we've got a strong demographic of 40 million people plus that are above age of 35. We've got people that make over 100,000 a year. These are prime candidates that are either going to buy or sell in the near future. And the engagement keeps going up, right? 25 hours a month per user versus Facebook and Instagram, right? So it definitely dominates the attention there. 93% of TikTokers take some sort of action after seeing a TikTok, and 45% feel more connected to brands that teach them something or give information, right? Now, why is that valuable, right? That's that reciprocity that we're talking about. which is that if we're teaching and we're entertaining and we're giving value, that's going to make the audience feel a lot more connected to you versus someone that says, hey, if you're looking for a home, sign up with me, we'll get you a new home right away, right? Or saying, hey, we're number one in what we do and we sell a lot of homes. That doesn't really translate as well on TikTok that it does on Facebook, right? There's some similarities, but TikTok is also a whole different universe, right, that we spend in. So there's different types of TikTok ads, right? We've got our top view, brand takeover, in-feed ads, brand hashtag, and brand effect. These are all great, but sadly, for most advertisers like us, we can only take in-feed ads, right? That's what we can really run on. Everything else is typically going to cost you well over $300,000 a month, right, to run ads on that. But in-feed ads is where we spend typically about $20 a day. That's the minimum that you can spend on TikTok, and in-feed ads do really, really well. So to kind of give you an example of one here, in-feed ads, they're typically about 60 seconds long. Optimal duration is typically about 15 seconds. And they're very similar to what you're going to see in the For You page. They are video, right? They're vertical format and similar to what you would see on Instagram stories or something like that. So I'm going to walk you through a couple of different examples to give you an idea of in-feed ads and how people are using them. Some of these are not related to real estate, but it gives you an idea of the format and style of how you would.
Ways to use templates that'll speed up your workflow dramatically. Customize an intro or outro to use in all of your videos. Use titles in lower thirds to spend less time animating your graphics from scratch. Create more interest with pre-made transitions and overlays. Templates like this are essential for creating more and higher quality video. Visit storyblocks.com to check out all the examples shown here and thousands more.
So that's a great TikTok, right? Because it really hits kind of all of these special ingredients. He opens up with a hook right away. And it's more educational type of storytelling. It moves multiple different cuts and screens. And he's got a nice hook at the end, which is basically a call to action, right? Telling you what to do in taking the next step. All right, here's one of my other clients, Tristan Ahumada. Rerun Tristan's, all of his ads on Lab Coat Agents, all of his real estate ads, and his Brilliant Tribe ads as well. We run those on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. And this is one that we were running for him, which was a social media calendar that he was giving away. This was a lead generation ad that was generated a ton of leads for his newsletter.
I've got this social media calendar for you, and I've done my best to simplify how to post on social media. Let me show you. Here you go, social media calendar. I've got it for February. I've got these 3 documents for you. This one, I've got this amazing calendar, shows you what to post. And yes, that's my Luke Skywalker lightsaber. Subscribe to my newsletter below and I'll send it to you for free. And follow me. I always have good stuff.
Oh, all right. Yeah, Tristan does really, he's very natural on camera. And as you saw, it had multiple cuts and it showed what he was demonstrating essentially, right? A demo of the lead magnet saying this is what you're going to get, which is really important to actually demonstrate the value and show people what you're going to get there. All right, another one. This was about actually refinancing your home, right? 3 reasons to refinance your home. This is more user-generated style. So user-generated being it's focused just on the content creator, being this woman here. There's no voice. There's no talking. It's just sound. Music only, educational style, the text overlays. All right, so one is view campaign. So it's trying to kind of brand awareness, get people to watch. Oh, did I lose you guys there?
App is
Yeah, now we have you back.
Okay. Did you guys get to see this one here?
We saw, but we saw it just in just
Perfect.
slowly, but cut it
Okay.
off a little bit.
All right.
Hey guys, so we decided to try out new air fry recipes for our family of 10. We started off by opening the Whirlpool app and selecting the new air fry mode. So we decided to make sweet potato fries on our Whirlpool Smart Range. I really love the new air fry mode because it helps me with quick, easy meal options. And we can focus more.
All right. So with that was one of the a demonstration educational style, and those TikToks work really well because it feels like it's native, right? It doesn't feel like a forced ad. And so being that it looks more like a native ad and that it's not forced, more people are going to engage with it, right? And that's part of the TikTok platform, is making sure that your ads look like it's just a user that's creating content, right? Not something that would be too, well, essentially you can kind of put it this way. You can't put a Facebook ad in TikTok, right? It's not going to work as well. It's not going to translate. So that was a really quick TikTok ad, right? That was probably less than 5 seconds. And very quickly we got the idea that it is something that essentially writes ad copy for you. So that's educational. No.
Travis, we lose you again.
There's a property search website that gives you, there's different ways to really kind of position that, different types. So some creative tips that we have here is that with we've
We lost you again.
looks like we continue to have some internet on issues, I think. So voiceovers do a really great job at looking at without deliver about a age, which is really important. And then more action. So multiple scenes. Most of these that we saw, a good majority of these had multiple different scenes, meaning that we had someone that was taking their camera and shooting from one angle, stop, shoot from another angle, stop, shoot from another angle. And that gets 171% lift in conversions, right? More actions being taken. The inside of TikTok, they have the native creative ad tools. And so they've got a creative center where you can actually find trending songs. You can find some of the top ads. You can find an audio library. And this is for you to reverse engineer and figure out what's successful, what are people doing, and how can you emulate that. Facebook has been incredibly generous and really smart with organizing their data on the ads that their advertisers like me are using and saying, hey, this is what's working, and basically giving us full access to it. So if you're interested, go to the TikTok Creative Center, log in, take a look around. You'll be able to see things that are working, and you can emulate that from your style. All right, sorry, I had a couple of questions up top here that I didn't get to. Please, from Ray, and then Beverly, thank you.
Yeah, also have a couple questions.
What is the recommended investment amount in targeting these? Yes, please.
Yes. Well, just answer for Beverly first, and then I will ask you another one.
Perfect. Yes. So the budget that I would spend on Facebook, and I would use Facebook and Instagram as a placement. Really, it used to be the golden rule was you would spend $10 a day per 100,000 people in the audience, the ad audience. That changed in the past 2 years. It's no longer that. It's now where we're looking at building an audience of 500,000 people and up, right above that. Sometimes to 1 million or 2 million people. And we are spending in that 500,000, we're spending around $10 to $15 a day for 500,000 people, right, in that audience. Why that changes, Facebook needs more data. They need more people because it needs more data because of Facebook and Apple iOS update restricted a lot of different data. So Facebook needs bigger audiences to make better decisions. So the budget, $10 to $15 a day, have around almost 500,000 people in the audience. If it's only, let's say, 400,000 people, that's okay. You can still get away with doing $10 a day, right, with that.
And what will be the conversion for that investment?
So the conversion for that investment, it depends on your ability to convert, right? It depends on your conversion process that you have built internally. So if you leverage automated text messages that send out right away, if you have retargeting ads, if you have email that you're sending out, if you have an inside sales agent or you're making phone calls, you're going to see that your conversion rate is going to be around 3.5 to 4%, right, of actually converting those leads. If you're only leveraging, let's say, automated text messages, and then you're probably going to be more around a 2 to 2.5 conversion rate that you're going to see there. Now, that conversion rate calculation is always tricky because, over time, you're going to see that some people may convert a year from now, right? So what conversion window are we actually kind of looking at there? One of our clients, they converted a lead, and that lead was never answered any text messages, never engaged with any emails, but on day 367, so a little over a year later, they wrote back to a text message and said, was that property that you sent a couple days earlier still available? So over a year ago, that lead was generated, never engaged with anything, but they did finally convert into a prospect. So that conversion rate really has to be looked at of playing the long game. Do you have something that can be immediate, that can nurture them really quickly and engage? And do you have any kind of conversion process that can go out past, past 3 months, 6 months, up to a year, essentially?
Okay, I think we're having a question for Alfonso.
Oh, yes. So a great question, the retargeting. What's the budget that you do there? So typically we look at our clients and we say, okay, we look at that as like an 80-20 or 70-30 kind of split. So let's say that you have a budget of $1,000 and we're going to spend 700 of that on lead generation. 300 of that is going to go to retargeting, right? So think of kind of that 70-30 split to some degree. Now, that other 70%, you might want to chop that awareness, and then that remaining, flop.
And
you can spend maybe $5-10 a day and be able to successfully retarget people because you've already defined that audience. You're not really competing in the ad auction, a custom audience, a database of people that have engaged for.
Oh man, I got cut off.
A smaller amount.
Yeah, you got cut off.
Yeah, there we go.
We can hear your answer.
So I did understand what you said, perfect, that, the 70-30 rule, so currently right now I do $35 a day on Facebook. I
Okay.
get anywhere from 5 to maybe 6 leads in the beginning. Now it's kind of dropping down. So I was thinking of retargeting. And then I was like, okay, if I retarget, what budget should I do? Should I do the same 35, or should I go less? Because like you said, and you just mentioned that you answered my question, because I'm not really competing in that ad budgeting.
I would start off with $5 a day.
Really?
And,
Okay.
and I would retarget all of your past leads, anyone that's engaged with your Facebook business page. And this is what we call audience stacking, which is that it's no longer just about retargeting just people that engaged with your Facebook lead ad form, because the data there might be limited, right? We may not be able to retarget 100% of them and reach all of them. It might be 60%, but we want to say, okay, the first party data, which is if they've engaged with Facebook's suite of products, if they went to your Facebook business page, if they watched a video from one of your past ads or your business page, if they visited your Facebook, Instagram, or sent you DMs, you want to basically retarget everyone, right? And keep in front of all of those people. That's going to build a better audience. That's going to reach more people. And it's going to be able to be actually more affordable, right? Because you've got a bigger audience to work with. So it can serve the ad out. So I'd start with $5 a day and retarget everyone that has engaged with any of your stuff. Your database, your actual sphere of influence database, I would put that in a separate ad set, possibly, and retarget them also $5 a day. Read the stats after about typically 3 weeks. Take a look at that. Look at what the frequency is, right? If the frequency is, let's say 2 or 3, meaning that the frequency is how many times have people in the audience seen your ad? Typically when you hit 4 to 5 frequency, they've seen your ad 4 to 5 times. That's when you want to swap out creative, because it's starting to get stale, right? But you want to hit them over the head again and again and again, right? That you exist and that you're here, but you also really come with fresh new creative. And so continue to keep running those, so then it might be like every 6 weeks that you swap out ad creative, depending on the size of the audience.
Got it.
I have a
Okay,
question, Travis.
Yes.
Why should we use your Facebook ads then when we do our own Facebook ads? What is the difference?
The difference is 20 years of expertise and millions of dollars in ad spend from someone that's been certified by Facebook, that sits on the Facebook advisory board, that has a deep understanding of Facebook, right? That would live it and breathe it every day. But that's not to say that you shouldn't do it on your own. I believe that everyone should be able to go in the Facebook ad manager and create these ads on their own. But you have to then analyze, what is your time worth, right? What are you truly good at, and what is your talent? And so for me, as a strategist and as a media buyer, my talent is building strategy based on historical data that we've been able to see what works and what doesn't work, versus if you're going in there, and trying to figure out how Facebook works and you're kind of flying a little blind, it can get really expensive, right? To create a Facebook ad campaign, and Alfonso probably knows this if he's done it himself, in the ad manager, you're going to spend well over an hour creating a Facebook ad campaign. You're going to go through and try and first choose the right objective, right? Then get the bidding correctly, then make sure you got the right optimization, then choosing placements. And then you're going in and you're trying to get the ad creative, right? The image or the video. If you shot the video already, then you might want to go through and edit the video and upload it. And then you got to work on the ad copy, right? Is this the right ad copy? Then you're going to use dynamic creative and set up maybe,
Correct.
right, 10 different variations of headlines, 5 different variations of actual ad copy, 5 different buttons. Then you want to turn on campaign budget optimization. So then you're going to create another ad set on top of that with a separate different audience. right? That's going to be different than the ad set number one. And then you're going to create the Facebook lead ad form, right? And the ad copy for that. And then you're going to want to set up the visuals for that. Then you're going to want to write the questions for the Facebook lead ad form. Then from there, you want to make sure that you got a privacy policy that's updated and written, that's actually on your website, that you're going to put in that link, right? And then you want to make sure you got an updated website that's mobile optimized, it's fast loading to link it to that website, right? And then you want to make sure that you've got Zapier set up to get the leads sent from Facebook over to your CRM and tagged properly, so it goes into your CRM and you guys see those. That right there is not a small task, right? It's not something you're gonna be able to knock out in between maybe meetings, and knock out in 15 minutes. So
And not only that, Travis, I mean, and not only that, is it even going through right? That's
it's
the
even going
problem
through
too.
right. Is it set up correctly to actually perform? So if you can do that, that's great, and everyone should. And that's how I started as a real estate agent. Is in 2006 when the ad manager platform came out. I was one of the first advertisers to get in there and start building campaigns for the condo townhouse developments I had. And my campaigns were just pretty much garbage, but they would work because I was one of the only people in my area, my market, that was actually advertising real estate. So if you can just start somewhere and get your feet wet, I encourage everybody to log in the Facebook Ad Manager and actually start to play with ads, start to build them out. You'll go through and you'll either realize like that you love it and this makes sense to you, or you'll quickly realize that this is nothing short of an aneurysm, right? That this is going to be something that's going to be a difficult task that you should hire a professional. So to answer your question, we've got two different services. We have Elevated REM, which you see down here, the elevatedrem.com. That's my advertising agency where we run ads on Facebook, Instagram, Google, YouTube, and TikTok. We run them on sometimes on all platforms, sometimes just on a couple, depending on the packages and services that we provide. Now, that's where you get a full suite of people. We've got creative copywriters that write all of the ad copy and email copy. We have creative directors that write scripts for you to actually follow in TikTok or on Facebook and YouTube. We have then our video editing team that will actually take raw videos, chop them up, color grade them, edit them, add captions, subtitles, graphics, overlay, sound, all of those things. We then also have a funnel engineering team that connects all of the different ads to CRMs with pixels, build the audiences, custom audiences. We then have from there a full media buying team that specialize in all of those different platforms, and then director of success teams that actually basically operate our management teams. So with Elevated, it's more of a custom curated in highly tailored campaigns, right? Everything from agent recruitment to marketing title companies to mortgage companies to buyer seller lead generation for more boutique brokerages. It just depends. We have a lot of different clients that do different things, but we've got our other service, which is called walledgardenhq.com. Walled Garden, you can create a Facebook ad for your real estate listings in less than 30 seconds. It creates all the ad copy, creates the imagery, creates the Facebook ad with the Facebook lead ad, and sends people to a single property website that's auto-created for you. And so you don't have to write anything. All you have to do is 3 clicks and it's off and running. And
one question, Travis. So do you, what CRM, do you have your own CRM, or do you, because I have all of that. I also use ClickFunnels for my funnels. But I use Agent GoGo right now because the guy that I do it with, that's his platform. Yeah, it's pretty good. It works, right? But do you have your own, or do you? I don't, and that's a good question. And ClickFunnels is great, right? I love ClickFunnels. But from a CRM perspective, we work with a lot of different CRMs, and I don't want to create one myself because really it's trying to recreate. There's a lot of people. Yeah, it's a lot, right? And a lot of people. It is. No, I told them, man, dude, like, wow, you spent so much time, and it's really good. I mean, it's not bad. It records your calls and everything. Yeah. So it's really good. But again, I'm planning to see if I change. I might change from him. I mean, it's working out good right now. But I ask you that question because I mean, again, I'm spending about 1,600 a month around there on
Okay.
ads, and I want to put it back. I want to put it up more because I want
Right.
to start retargeting and doing some other things. Which do you do that as well for us? Like,
Mhm.
would you like retarget it and?
Yeah. So at Elevated, we do all that. You get assigned a strategist. I'm one of the chief strategists there. And we set up a full retargeting campaign, lead generation campaign, integrating to your CRM. We even write text message scripts that basically follow up for you as well. So we basically handle the full build and management of all of that for you.
For the campaigns and everything for, okay. got it.
Yes, yeah, for all of it. And to answer your question for what CRM, so to give you an idea of our most successful clients, they typically have two different types of kind of CRMs. They have, sorry, up to three. One,
That's what I have, 3.
yeah, and it's funny because there's some overlap with some, but people kind of do a tech stack where they have one that sends out automated texts. That's all it does. So you've got something like Agent Legend, or you've got callaction.co. Callaction.co is a really good one. Agent Legend is a really good one. Those, all they do, the majority of what they do is send out automated text messages that are basically drip texts, voicemail drops that they have in there as well. And they have a lot of kind of smart data where they'll see, does this person own a home? And it'll actually show, and show data. This person owns 3 homes, and this is more data about them. So I would take a look at those.
Okay.
I would also look at Structurally. Structurally is an automated AI text follow-up system, and that's really, really good. They have it in Spanish. They have it in multiple different languages, but they have it in a couple of different CRMs that have white labeled them. Yeah. So
Structurally, because you see, like now finally, like my pages are being seen. I see that they're going on the videos. I see that they're, and I get from Facebook, oh, 2 people saw your page today, or this or that.
Right.
And sometimes I'm missing, man, because I'm busy. I'm running up and down,
Right.
and I miss some of my messenger things. And I actually got a lead through that last week. Thank God I saw it, but I saw it like late, and you know how it is. If you don't respond to it fast, it's like gone. Because that happened to me too. So does it work with the messenger as well?
I think it might. I think they've got an integration that they can pull through there. What you would do probably is set up some sort of Zapier connection that would say Zapier messenger connected through Zapier to Structurally, and then it would take one of those. Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow. Yeah, that's good. I didn't even think about that. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they have that. Let me double check.
Oh man, that would be great.
I thought they were working on that. Second from there, from a CRM perspective, not automated text, but CRM, I would look at LionDesk.
I have it. Yeah, I have LionDesk.
Perfect. Yeah, they're simple, easy to use.
Yeah, very.
And that's one of the low-hanging fruit ones. So there's a ton of different CRMs out there, but I think those are going to be the ones that drive. If you have automated text, CRM, and then if you have an email marketing system like Klaviyo, Klaviyo is really good. Certain things like that are going to be a little bit more robust of an email marketing system, essentially.
Travis, I would like to ask you about the Kiwi Core, because we are a CSP, some people that are CSP, we have the Kiwi Core. So we have that, we can use that one. So between them and you, what is the difference?
Between KV Core and
Just you as a company?
Yeah, so Elevated and KV Core, all right, Elevated is an advertising agency, right, where we custom tailor build campaigns for you. So big difference there. KV Core, because KV Core doesn't have that. KV Core and Walled Garden, the difference there is that we really focus on ads that are high performing using the Facebook marketing API, where really it's actually a pretty simple process that KV Core doesn't necessarily have. So what we have there is you go through in less than 30 seconds, you can click, it's going to build an ad and start running it for you, and it builds single property websites.
Because I think too is that KB Core is still very complicated. You still have to have people run it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. I've heard the same thing.
You can't just say, oh, okay, I got KB Core and I'm going to do it. I mean,
No,
and
it's hard.
because I know KB Core and I know with Wild Garden, like literally within 30 seconds, man, your ad is up, your listing. If you want to do like a video and you're talking about education or whatever you want to do, you can upload that, you can retarget it. You can, and then only that, have your ads. I mean, I know that you have to have the pro version for that, but that being said, it's like I think with Travis, he takes all the work out so the agents or lenders can go and do what they do best, and boom, it's all like, it's all working. Or you hire someone like Travis's team, and then they can, get obviously more in depth and do all that. But his I know with his pro version, it's amazing. That's exactly what that guy that I had from that came to our event. I mean, he did 87 transactions just by retargeting and doing all his stuff, just by social media.
So good question about that, and I want to show you the quick difference here. So when an agent logs in through Walled Garden, they verify their MLS, and then when they log in, they'll see all of their listings, or they'll see all of their office listings. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to say, I want to run an ad for this listing here, and I hit view Facebook ad, and then it instantly creates the Facebook ad for me. So we've got the business page, right? We've got the ad copy pre-written, photo already uploaded, headline, right? Some basic kind of stats here. And then from here, I can say I want to run this for a minimum of 10 days. I can scale it up to 30 or something in between. Daily budget, $10 a day minimum, or scale it up to 50 or something in between. And the targeting is already preset for you. So we target within a 15-mile radius around the longitude and latitude of the property address. We leverage around 50,000 unique data points to identify buyers that are looking to buy in the near future and people that own a home that are looking to sell and buy. So this creates the Facebook lead ad form, writes all of the ad copy for the Facebook lead ad form, has basically everything pre-done for you. Just hit purchase, and then the ad will start running within about 5 minutes after you type in your credit card details. And we're white listed with Facebook, which means that our ads get approved and they never get denied or rejected, because we built the software to be able to look for all the different variations that agents typically get their ads rejected for.
Correct.
So it changes dynamically and it looks for all of those. Now, when someone clicks on this ad, when it's running, it'll flip around like a Facebook lead ad form, like we just saw on the slides there. We get their name, email, phone number, when they plan on buying a home, and whether they currently own a home, yes or no. So it's built for seller lead generation and buyer, but then they're redirected over to a single property website that's created for them in less than 50 milliseconds. So this is instantly created for them, and it's just really kind of a nice design, right? Takes them through this whole process. And part of this, I wanted to create websites that had a beautiful, elegant design and brand style to them, because a lot of the single property websites you see from different systems out there are just kind of older in design, right? They're early 2000s, are kind of clunky. So you got tap to call, tap to email, click to call, right? These look really good on mobile. These property websites are actually designed to meet the best-in-class standards that Facebook looks for when you're running a Facebook ad campaign. And this is what a lot of other companies kind of get wrong, is they don't know how the Facebook algorithm works. So they don't design this page that's connected to the actual Facebook ad to perform. What I mean by that is Facebook looks for about 27 unique identifying items on the destination URL, right? When you're sending traffic off of Facebook here, they're looking for a combination of things, but the top ones are, what's the page load speed? How fast does it load? If it takes longer than 2 seconds, then it penalizes you in the ad auction, right? And then a lot of websites have that, right? It doesn't load as fast, and then people bounce, they leave. That sends a signal to Facebook that says, no, this is not optimized well. It's not a good user experience for our user base. We're going to lose money because our users are now, having a bad experience. So we're going to suppress the reach of the campaign. We're going to suppress the actual campaign from reaching more people to basically kind of do damage control, which creates then a higher cost per lead for you, and ad fatigue kicks in real fast and the campaign stumbles upon itself. Second is they look for, what is the privacy policy? Is there a privacy policy? Is it updated? That's really, really important, right? And so we've got an updated dynamic privacy policy that changes based on what Facebook wants to see. So it actually updates automatically for you. It's already built in. The third from there is it mobilely optimized. How good and how fast does it load, and what is the usability on mobile? So it's designed for mobile and it loads really quick. It's built mobile first design. Third from there is it's looking for continuity. Does the ad imagery continue on to the actual landing page or to the website, right? And so we see from this image here, this ad copy here, all of that continues in to the details, right? That continuity is there. So Facebook has spiders that actually go through and they read a website and they look for, does the copy match? Does the metadata of the imagery match? If it doesn't, it'll suppress the reach in the campaign again, right? It'll penalize you in the ad auction and say, no, this is not good. So all of these, we built and matched each one of those specific items with what Facebook looks for. And that's what drives a higher performance in the Facebook ad auction. So the cost per lead is about 70% less than you would generate either on your own or with other softwares. And it creates all of this for you. So you don't have to struggle to figure out, what kind of ad copy do I say? Do I write? If you click on this, you can have a drop-down menu.
Oh, nice.
So we got different variations here of what we call top copy. And we battle tested about 10,000 different variations of these using 250 different types of top copy. So through those campaigns, we only cherry picked the ones that got the highest click-through rate, right? They got the highest amount of engagement and brought those. So the emojis, the actual copy that was used, we decided we're going to pull those and put them in here so people can choose from there. If they want, they can edit this, but 90% of our user base doesn't touch those, right? They just walk through and they say, okay, I'm going to use this specific single property website, and then they go through. They log in and they say, okay, I'm going to choose a Facebook ad, and my goal is less than 30 seconds. I'm going to create a high-performing lead generation Facebook ad, and I'm going to say I'm going to run this for 14 days. Hit agree, hit purchase, and now they've got an ad running, building brand awareness, generating leads, sending people to a single property website that's pre-built for them. And at the end of the day, they say, you know what, I'm going to send my homeowner a report on how the campaign performed. So we've got all of these, which is internally. These are sent to you via text, via email, and routed to your favorite CRM. But I get to see here, all right, we got first name, phone number, or first name, last name, phone number, email, when they plan on buying it, and whether they own a home, right? Greg here says that he plans to move in the next 30 to 60 days, and he currently owns a home, right? This person here, they do not own a home, Pam, right? But she plans to move in the next 30 days. So we've got a nice combo of buyers and sellers, right, that are coming through there. But I want to send my homeowner a report letting them know that I'm actually going to work for them. I'm going to send them a seller marketing report via text and email, type in their email, type in their phone number, and automatically at the end of the campaign, after it stops running, it's going to send them this via text and email, this auto-created marketing report that shows the property, shows the Facebook ad that was ran, shows the radius, the area of where it was ran, and it's going to show them some basic stats, the leads that were generated, when it was purchased, we don't show the price of how much the agent paid, right? Being an agent myself, right? We always know that no matter what, if you tell the agent, you tell the homeowner I spent $5,000 on it, they're going to say do 10,000. If you spend $10, right? I want, 300. So.
Oh, wow.
I
got cut off there.
This is all for.
So I wanted to ask a question. Very good content. I actually wanted to ask a question.
Oh, sorry about that.
That's okay. Yeah, I wanted to ask a question on so we use Surefire, right? And it actually does. Well, you probably know the single property website. It does it for you, right? But are you there? I see you're frozen. But I like this.
Sorry, Alfonso, I think I lost you for a second.
Yes, you did. So I just wanted to ask you, on the so we run Surefire. So Surefire does the single property website marketing for us. But I like this. I mean, because so what I do with a single property website, what I do is I do like a little Facebook ad because I already know how to do it in 5 minutes. So I just do the lead form there, and it's performed well. I'll put like $10, like you said, and I've gotten as much as like 10 or 15 leads in like 5-6 days, right? But there's no way I could really show the agent like, hey, look at what I did. I show them like, hey, these are the leads you got. Here you go, right? Let's call them. But I don't have a way of doing what you just did, and I really like this. So, is there a way that you could send us pricing for that, for the walled garden? Is he there? Oh, his bandwidth is low.
I think he got out of there.
Yeah, he might have gotten. There he is, I think.
Travis, do you hear the question for Alfonso? Travis? I think we lost him. Oh no, he's there still, but we can hear.
Alfonso, I'm sorry about that. Looks like my
No. It's okay. Yeah, so, I just wanted to know, like, if you can send us like the pricing for this, and if me as I'm not an agent, right? So we're loan officers, but me as a loan officer, can I because I do marketing together with the agents, and the websites that we create through Surefire has 2 brandings just to keep RESPA compliant, right? I do the leads myself because I'm getting leads for me, right? I just ask them for the permission to get the listing, right? But I like your system because I do show them like what I've done, right? I do show them, hey, look, this is the ad I ran, and I have to come up with that stuff too, the price and whatever. Right. I do it really fast, but and then I just use the form, which, by the way, this form, do you have it going to back into this one, or like the leads, it goes back into this platform?
Yeah, so the leads generated go to inside this platform, but they're really just kind of there to show you the leads. They don't have any kind of CRM engagement.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I could do that later, like, because if I could export it, I could throw it into LionDesk, let's say, and yeah, I have already campaigns that I run and whatever.
Exactly. You can create it to where the leads from walled garden get automatically sent to your CRM.
Right, through Zapier. Right, you're right.
Through Zapier. Okay. But we do have, we are coming out with this fall, which is basically, you say, I'm a lender, create your lender profile, and then you can choose to create coupons, and then you'll be able to give these coupons to agents. So then you invite agents and say, all right, I'm inviting these different agents here, and you can issue them a coupon that says, basically 50% of this. And so they'll be branded to you. They go through, and so they'll pay. So your credit card will be on file. They'll build an ad from their listing, but for RESPA guidelines, you are giving them a coupon for 50% off, and you're getting the leads from the ad that they're running, and they get the leads as well. But then your information is on the bottom of the single property website too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because that's what I do through Surefire. You know, it's on my name there. So like I said, to stay compliant, what I do is I ask them permission. Hey, could I use your listing so I can get leads, right?
Right.
And you know, and what I do is I don't generate it like, hey, this house is da da da. No, I put like, oh, searching for buyers in this area, nice home, you know,
Right.
contact me, I'm the lender, blah 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 blah. And then it has the same thing. The learn more, it goes to the website, and you know, and all of that, and they
Exactly.
can contact them or me, right? So that's what I would like. So okay, so then if you do then the website that you would do would be co-branded, so they could contact me or them.
Yes, exactly.
Awesome.
And
Yeah,
you then invite the agents that you want to work with. So let's say there's 10 agents that you work with, and you want them to use walled garden. It'll be branded to you. It'll have your information there. They join, they log in, they'll see their specific listings, and then they run ads. Then you give them, 50% off. So it's discounted for them, right?
Right.
And then the leads come in. You get access to all of the leads for everybody that's in your walled garden account. And so the leads are sent to your CRM, and they're also sent here. The agent, they're sent to the agent as well.
That's okay. You answered.
Yeah. So we're coming out with this later this fall. So I'll make sure to update Lisa, and Lisa, we can do a whole separate one on this, but we've been working really hard on this for about 6 months, and we're going to be wrapping up this fall and launching the lender platform for walled garden.
Yeah, definitely. That would definitely interest me, because I do this a lot with the Surefire one, and I do just that, but I'm creating it, right?
Yes.
So this would definitely kill all that time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Plus, then it's just the agents pressing buttons and not you.
Correct.
Yeah.
I would just have to do a little class with the ones that I want, and hey, this is how you do it. Boom, boom, boom. Look how easy, and they'll love that because it's coming from them and it's not on my page.
Exactly.
I would like to ask. I would like to ask how much will be, because I see here that you have that for Guild Mortgage. So how much will be the cost if we want to do maybe teams or just one person? First of all, to do the website. So each ad has the personal website for each listing. So but how much will be to start working with your company? What will be the minimum?
That's a great question. So yeah, we're finalizing pricing next week, and so I'll send you an email and break that down for you. Right now, we've been going through finalizing design and a couple of different things with data expenses for us. So I should have that. And what MLS are you guys in? CRMLS?
We're in different people has a CRMLS, but some people are from different boards. But CRMLS is the one that most of us will use.
Okay, and that's the main one that we have access to right now. So I'll have finalized pricing for you next week. So I'll send an email and kind of give you an update about that.
And the question is, since I see example for Guild Mortgage, so that means that you working for a bank, for a mortgage company, those mortgage company has a permission for some listing agents to use their database, or you just create?
Great question. So for that example, Guild Mortgage, basically they have they invite agents to join the platform. So they'll send an invite to their top agents or the agents that they want to do more business with. Those agents are then invited to join. So when they join, they'll join that LO's platform, and that LO has their credit card attached to that specific platform. And then when they run an ad, it'll split it 50%, right? But you have the opportunity to create a coupon that say, I only want this coupon to give 50% to this specific agent that's connected to my walled garden, right? Or
Yeah.
only for properties that are above $1 million or certain things like that. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that would be a good idea. And I know where Sonia's going with that. So like, for example, I'm a branch manager, so I'd probably do it for my team. Right. And instead of putting Alfonso Osorio, I'd put like, iCore Lending, Orange Branch or something like that.
Exactly.
So that way all my whole team, I could see, hey, which agents you want to invite, we'll put the corporate card there and, take it from there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Well, thank you all so much. I know this went a little over the time. So thank you so much for spending.
No, but a lot of great information, Travis. Thank you. Appreciate it. Really.
Yeah.
And definitely I'm doing that. I mean, right now I'm happy with the guy that I'm at. I mean, I've been with him like 4 years. And he charges me really cheap. If I tell you, you probably slap him. But he only charges me $600 to manage all my ads.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, like, right. So it's like, but I mean, it's I gotta talk to him because I haven't seen the dynamic changing lately. So I have to talk to him and see, hey, what's going on, bro? Like, if you charge me more, I'm okay with it. But
right.
But yeah, he manages because he knows I know how to do most of the things. So I'll go in there and change this, that, but I don't have time, like you said.
Right.
And by the way, guys, what he just said, all of that to set it up, that's an hour if you know what you're doing. If you do not, you're gonna spend there like 24 hours because that happened to me when I started. Because I wanted to do it by myself.
Yeah, we would like to have the pricing, and we will see what we can do with to try to see if we can put something together, so we can learn more. Maybe give it just maybe a classes that we will talk with to see how we can put something together that we can learn more, because it's like it's an incredible information and really is an incredible program that you have. And that's exactly what we're looking for, to just to, bring more leads and bring more business to everyone. Right. So thank you so much, Travis. And thank you for everyone to come today.
Thank you, Sonia.
Class. Thank you so much.
Lisa,
thank you so
All right,
much.
thank you.
Travis.
All righty, bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.
All right, bye-bye.